Terry, was that the best display yet of style and steel?
Well, I mean, Morris said to me straight away after the game, he says he thinks that was the best performance. I'm not too sure. I mean, it's very difficult straight away to think of a better one, but it certainly ticked all the boxes for me in terms of what we wanted to get out of the game. Great team performance, some good chances, good goals, good work rate, clean sheet again at home, 4 successive wins, back on top of the table. Yeah, it's a lovely feeling. It hurt a lot last week to lose the game. There was nothing in it, but we lost it, and we had to lick our wounds, and we've certainly done that very well, but bounced back very well too. So very, very pleased today.
The home form must be a real fill-up for you this year.
Yeah, but it's a lovely surface. It's a big wide pitch, and that suits our style of play. The 7th successive match that we've played in the Premiership with the same team as well. Just the one change in midweek for Gary Warren, and the 3 players, Gary Warren, Aaron Doran and Richie Ferran, had fitness tests at 12 today and passed those very well. And it was lovely to be able to name the same team again, but you could see that there's a lot of understanding and cohesion in the team, and with James Vincent coming off and Ben Greenall going on, there wasn't any real change in the shape and pattern and in style. So yeah, it was very pleasing. Good stamina, a lot of steel, and plenty of style as well. So I thought we knocked it about really well.
I think if you had to make mention of anybody, it would be Billy Mackay. I thought there were periods in the second half where he was unplayable.
Yeah, he was great. I mean, he's missed chances, of course, but that's a sign of a good striker. When you not so much miss chances, but when you do miss a chance or spurn an opportunity, you put the next one in, and he does just that. He's a wonderful player to have, and you know that he'll make bad balls into good balls. He'll chase lost causes. He'll put himself on put his body on the line. He works his socks off for the club, and it's great when he gets his rewards with the goals. I mean, all different. He scored all different goals this season. Absolutely different with his head, with left foot, right foot. He's done a lot. So he's almost a complete striker for me, and he's only a dwarf as well. He's a bit smaller than you, I think, but he's almost the perfect striker for me, because he's just somebody that you just love to have in your team.
Sure. The other person I think that really stood out for a lot of people today was Josh Meekins. I mean, as a defender yourself, you must be chuffed to bits about how that.
Well, he pings a great ball, doesn't he?
It doesn't half.
His right foot's a little bit better than mine, but his left foot's nowhere near like mine was. But he can ping a ball. He's got speed. He's got pace, agility. He's strong. He's a lovely, lovely guy, and he's been taught well at Ipswich, but he's blossomed here into a really, really tough defender, strong leader as well. But he got his feet screwed in the wrong way a couple of times in the match, where volleying balls out of play. But once again, any good defender, if you do make an error, make it the right in the right area, sort of thing, and put balls out of play if you have to sometimes. But I thought his defensive attributes were great. But Gary Warren as well. It's good to have Gary back into the team. But overall, and it's nice when you go 3-0 up. You want a clean sheet. You want more goals, but you want to make sure you keep a clean sheet. And Dean Brill didn't have hardly anything to do in the game. And yet later on he's gone down to his left hand side, tipped it past the post to make sure that we got our 4th successive clean sheet.
That's 4 great saves in 2 games from Dean that I can count. He's fitted in incredibly well. Yeah,
we'll get him tied up next week as well, to the end of the season. We'll definitely do that, so that's a real boost for the club. But he's been magnificent, as have all the players, and even the ones that haven't played. Like we said to Danny Devine midweek, is unlucky to be left out in many respects, but when these players come in, like Ben Greenall did today early on, they've got to make an impact. They've got to be there to make sure that they don't obviously let the boys down, but they've got to pick up where the guy who's coming off has left it, and continue that momentum. And Ben certainly did that well today.
Well, we were talking to Ben just before we talked to you there, and that's exactly what he said, was that he had to come in and make sure that he fulfilled at least the same level of expectation.
It's nice that he's listening to me and took it on board. That's very reassuring. Yeah, well done, Ben. But no, he's a lovely boy. They're all lovely boys, and you see that we played Huntly on Wednesday, and Huntly did a great job for us, laid on good spread for us, and with the pitch and the players, we had a really competitive match. It was 6-3, but it was a terrific game for us, and Ben did really well in that game as well. Toby scored a hat-trick, and other players, Marley Watkins is near enough coming back. He scored 2. So we've got great competition and players that want to be in the squad and want to be on the bench and want to be in the team. So it bodes well.
It does indeed. Well, top of the league still. And
top of the league.
Hopefully for a long time yet.
Yeah, top of the league. Lovely. Good stuff.
Thanks very much, Derek.
Cheers then, Dave. Thank you.